welcome to another video. Today I'm going to tell you the story about how I almost gave up on everything. I'm talking about business, my family, my job, sales, this channel, and all the dreams that I've been talking about for years. And I'm going to tell you how I overcame it, so stay tuned. What's up, my people? So this will probably be the most heartfelt video besides the one when I'm talking about my grandma. But let's get straight to it, man. So last week, I don't know, for some reason, it just came down on me that I just started feeling terrible. Like I felt like nothing was going the way I planned on it at this point. Even with the COVID-19, I wasn't concerned about that. I still was persevering through all of that. But like in the middle of the week, I just like shut down and I was like down and out for a couple of days and I just really couldn't like shake it. And I was just like, kind of depressed. I was like feeling like just saying, fuck this channel, fuck sales, like I'm gonna just work for 40 years, like type of stuff. And that's never how I talk, right? And I started thinking, man, like how many people depend on me and how many people have told me like something I said inspired them. But besides all that, like just having a child and like looking every day she comes and, wants me to feed her and play with her in the morning. And I'm just like, yo, like how can I look her in the eyes and just say I gave her my all when I know I didn't? So, and this is always something that I said I would love to do, be able to show her better than I can tell her. And like, practicing what I'm preaching. Like I can't sit up here and be telling y'all stuff and I'm not living it. Like that's always been phony. And I don't really rock with guys who do stuff like that. But anyway, I'm telling y'all this, man, because like if it inspires one person, that's all I care about. So in the middle of the week, I'm just like kind of depressed, like just mindlessly watching YouTube videos and Tay looking at me like I'm crazy, like what is wrong with you? Like you always getting up early in the morning, you staying up late at night, you grinding, you working. I really don't really have a label for it. It's just me just shutting down and I'm just trying different things to get back on track and like I'm just losing my drive. And in sales, if you don't have a drive, it's really hard for you to just go through the motions because you're gonna get told no, you're gonna get the rejection, you're gonna get people cursing you out, hanging up in your face. So like I was just like, damn, like I really couldn't shake it. So I started thinking about like it's so easy to be ungrateful like for the stuff that you don't have when you really get caught up in this physical and this material stuff. So I had to like really take a step back and really think about like what am I doing all this for? Like yeah, like this time that we have on this earth is short, but like what am I doing all this for? So once I got that together, I really started being like, okay, like right now, I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I know that whatever God's plan is for me, that's the way it's supposed to go. And then I started thinking about like, all right, this has been the same story, just different chapters of my life. And I'll give you the rundown. So when I was in high school, I had wanted to play basketball. Obviously, it didn't work out at a D1 school when I didn't want to settle for less. So I just went to a D1 school anyway, rolled the dice. But before that happened, I was applying for all these scholarships because I didn't want to go into debt. Like I just don't believe you should have to go into debt to get an education that's gonna pay you maybe 50, 60, 70,000 and you spend 200,000. That's a bad deal, but that's a whole nother topic. So I just was like, man, I do not want to go into debt. So I applied for all these scholarships and in like the early part of my senior year. And so December comes around, January comes around, they're starting to get back to me. Nobody's showing love. I'm like, Lord, so I'm not having any money coming in other than, the money you get in Louisiana, which is called TOPS. For those of you who don't know, TOPS just means that you have your tuition paid for 4 years and you have to keep, yourself whatever the minimum requirement GPA is to stay at your institution. You have to keep that in order to still be eligible for TOPS. So I got TOPS or whatever, but I'm like, damn, like I'm still have this where I still have to cover room and board and, just extra stuff and books and all that. So long story short, January comes around, no love, getting emails saying they chose somebody else. February comes around, March comes around. So you gotta like figure out by March, you kind of already know where you're going to college. So that happened, and then April rolls around, and then first week in April, second week in April, third week in April, fourth week in April, which is around this time, and I'm like, so it's like the 11th hour. And I'm just like, damn, I still don't know where I'm going to, I still don't know where my money gonna come from. So, boom, get a letter in the mail from Bill Gates and the UNCF college fund, whatever, and they give me the biggest gift I ever got so far in my life. And they funded my college, so I didn't have to pay for anything, and I was able to walk away debt free. So like that came in the last hour. Then fast forward 5 years, graduating from LSU, I stayed extra year to double major, so I wouldn't have to come out of pocket. I'm always trying to finesse the situation, and I didn't know I was graduating until like the week of finals. So like you obviously plan to graduate, but based on my grades, I didn't know if I was graduating till the week of finals. And like boom, that happened. And then you tell everybody that you graduate, and you get everybody to prepare to fly from out of town, your out of town relatives and friends and stuff. And it's like nerve wracking to not know if you're gonna graduate, just this unknown, right? Then the next thing, same thing happened in grad school 2 years later. I don't know why I go through this, but this is my story. So I don't know. I feel like somebody need to hear this, because I know that what I was feeling last week needs to be shared. And I'm cool with all the humidity, all the hate, whatever comes with it. But this happened, and then I'm like, damn. So I knew the night before graduation that I was graduating, and I was like, damn. So that happened. I graduated, and then fast forward, trying to get a good job like they tell you to do once you go to college, right? So I get the medical sales job, but it's the last hour, and I end up throwing a party, a going away party. When me and Tay decided to move to Atlanta, we threw a going away party, not even knowing if I got the job yet. I got the call the next day, but I thought I would have known by then, and I was just confident that I got it. But man, it could have easily went to the other dude, because he was actually more qualified than me. So fast forward now with business, like I'm not where I want to be, but like everything else is like starting to line up, so that way it could push me to where I wanted to be a long time ago. And I'm just like, just staying the course, trusting the process. And I'm just saying, like, you just have to have faith. And I think that's what the biggest thing of being an entrepreneur is, like, just not knowing what's about to happen next, and you just like having confidence that this shit just gonna work out. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now, y'all. And I just thought about every situation, like how it was so uncertain at that time, but then at the last second, everything just worked itself out. And there's some things that didn't work itself out right away, but the type of person I am, like, it takes a lot for me to give up. And it's like, I don't even think there's a time I really did give up. If it was something that I did stop doing, it was because I found something better. But it takes a lot for me to give up. So, I'm making this video now, and then I'm gonna probably talk about it 6 months later and be like, look what happened. Everything worked out. So I'm just saying this to you for your story. I know it may be a little bit different, but whatever you're going through right now, man, just keep pushing, because the shit just, I don't know, somehow God just lines it up for me every time, and I just constantly have the confidence, but putting in the work and getting better every day, so that way, I can make it happen, and I can show Alina that it's possible, because whatever I don't get through, I can't teach her how to get through. That's why I don't never speak on something I haven't learned, because I just think that's phony. So if you watch this far of the video, man, you really rocking with me, and I appreciate it. So like it, share it with somebody who you think will benefit, and always subscribe. I appreciate the subscribers too. I promise I'm gonna put out more content, especially now I wanna put out more travel content for those of you who their city and their states have opened up, even though I'm not traveling probably for another month or so. I just want y'all to be able to have the tools when y'all get back on that road or start taking flights again of how to finesse it. So much love, and I'll see you in the next video.